Hi, I'm Sherry Gonzalez, and this is my husband Renee. We are founders of Lean Revelation and creators of the Total Mind Body Solution, a comprehensive, sustainable weight loss program.
Hey Sherry, let's talk cereals. Do you remember when you were little what your favorite cereal was?
Okay, so my favorite cereal was Lucky Charms because you had those colorful little marshmallows that you would put in your mouth and they would just kind of like melt on your tongue. And then there were the crunchy cookies, the little things that you would
Sugary goodness.
eat after all the marshmallows were gone.
What was your next favorite?
Well, my next favorite was honeycomb cereal. Do you remember that one?
I feel a song coming on.
Okay. Honeycomb's big. Yeah. It's not small. No. Honeycomb's got a big taste, a big crunch, and a big bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, honeycomb.
Those were the good old days. Sugared up and ready to go. Watching our insulin spike like crazy. Our parents were just standing by.
So some of the most popular cereals when we were kids were Super Sugar Crisps and Frosted Flakes, Sugar Corn Pops, Honeycomb, Lucky Charms, Captain Crunch, Count Chocula, and Trix. And what I see the common denominator is here, they're basically over 50% sugar, but along with that, there's always a catchy jingle, there's prizes inside, and most of all, there's fun characters that you fall in love with.
So the other half of that 50% was or is carbs. So we now know today, studying insulin resistance or metabolic symptoms or syndrome, that your body is going to immediately treat a refined carb, as sugar. The same effect of insulin spike is going to occur. So we were eating basically 100% sugar along with the other parts.
Okay, but remember at the end of the commercials that they would always say it's part of a complete breakfast?
And also, they would always mention or show in big letters, fortified with essential vitamins and minerals. So they would show in these commercials the bowl of cereal, and in the bowl of cereal, a cup of milk. And then they'd show an 8-ounce glass of milk to drink, I guess, to go along with the 2 slices of bread that they were showing with 2 tablespoons of butter on it and 6 ounces of orange juice. So, Sherry, give me the macronutrient breakdown of that breakfast.
Okay, so if you have the bowl of Lucky Charms, the milk, the 2 slices of toast, the butter, and the orange juice, it breaks down like this. For the Lucky Charms, you have 220 calories, 44 carbs, 20 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of fat. For the milk, we're talking whole milk here because you know that most kids drink whole milk. We're talking 293 calories, 22 carbs, 25 sugars, 16 grams of fat, and we have 16 grams of protein on that one. On the 2 slices of toast, we have 157 calories, 29 carbs, 12 sugars, and 2 grams of fat. And on the butter, that's 2 tablespoons. We have 70 calories, and we have 8 grams of fat on that. So, and on the orange juice, we have 88 calories, 21 carbs, 18 sugars, for a total of 718 calories. So the macronutrients broke down on this child's breakfast is 52% carbs, 34% fat, and 14% protein. And most of those carbs are basically sugar. So that's how they start out their day. Let's see. Is there a problem there?
Yeah, I do think there's a problem, a really big problem, and I mean that literally. 700 plus calories in one breakfast is probably half of that child's caloric intake for the day. So we're not just talking about a high calorie, but we're talking about a food that has little to no nutrition value whatsoever. So you have a sugared up kid who's having insulin spikes who's going to crash in about 2 hours and then repeat this whole process over where they're hungry again because their body wasn't fed right. So that started in the 50s with processed foods. It gained momentum in the 60s. And in the 70s, they really, don't you think that they really
commercialized
commercials?
it. Yeah, they commercialized it with flashy pictures and images and really drawing, especially kids in, I think.
The cartoon.
Yeah, the cartoons and all the characters that were created and all the fun songs to sing along with, as you heard us sing. I know you probably enjoyed that. But the point is that it all kind of exploded in our childhood in the mid 70s and on into the 80s is where they really saw things
start changing,
really go downhill as far as obesity rates.
So fast forward from the 80s to today's world, and we're in a more complex situation. And along with that, so is the obesity rate, now 35%, and the overweight rate, now over 80%.
So that means that there's only 20% of us that are not overweight or obese. We're in a very scary situation in America, and it's Renee and I's mission to educate and inform people on what we've learned about this very devastating situation. But there are answers, and the more educated you are, the better. I know that it can be confusing on what's really healthy in the grocery store or in restaurants. Sometimes there's false advertising and you just don't know what to believe. But what we want to offer you this week is a free grocery guide on how to shop healthy. We know this is just part of the puzzle, but it's our gift to you this week. We hope that it'll clear up some of the confusion at least and get you on track for you and your family to live a healthier life, a leaner life. Just click the link below and it'll take you to the free PDF download. Thanks again for listening. We really appreciate you.